Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Prescott on first down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll be second down. On the play fake, Dak. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Pistol now for Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
stop at the 25, and the drive will begin there. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. He's going to have a Bears first down as the tackle's made at the 36.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll go again with Swift, and this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give up the middle with Swift. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look able.
He's got his big tight end, Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Going to throw it here on 1st down. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 18 yards, and a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the outside, catch made by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down. They'll throw again. Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That is Ferguson in motion. A give, and here comes Williams. Oh, yeah. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Cowboys.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. One quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Lou trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That is caught downfield by Odunze. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to the big tight end, Colston Loveland. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll go play action here with Williams. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Kenny Clark gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. That is caught at the 3.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
So a field goal here would tie the game. The kicking unit stays on the sideline. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. A fair catch called for and taken in, although we do have a flag down, so we're going to have to sort this one out. Play fake. Now Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Williams on the run to the right. Off he goes.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. That's going to be blocked. Oh, big hole left side. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up, that's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. Third down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing again, Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's gonna be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big connection from Dak to C.D. 52 yards. In motion, Lamb. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. Prescott. He's got it at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and That's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's a handoff to Swift, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that ball's intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. Into space. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the ground, it's Swift, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult. They're
trying the left side with Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 7, and it will set up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Swift. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
They'll go. It's Swift. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 1st down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action now. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
3rd and 5. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Williams gets it from the pistol. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
That's complete left side to Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Play fake. Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To a tight end motioning left here. A give, and here comes Williams. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Dante Fowler. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. In motion, Lamb. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That one incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. This one intercepted. Look at him go. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick 6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
They're going to try to run it in. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tacking on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll go with Williams. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. That is Ferguson in motion. 2nd down, Prescott. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Slot man in motion right. 3rd and short. Prescott. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it, and they say it's 4th and inches. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll drop this for Blue, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. They'll motion the slot man right. They'll throw again. Dak. That's complete to Blue. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys. Quick throw here. It is caught by Tolbert. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. On the play fake, Dak. This one caught just past the pylon. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, you're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. This is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Swift, and the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Osa Odigizua gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him. And as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The defense still has 3 timeouts, so we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They continue their